What's going on, guys? Welcome back to our podcast. We're gonna be talking about um our podcast and why we're starting this podcast. And I'm joined by.
Hey guys, it's BJ here.
Hey guys, Ron Jack here.
So, what do you guys think about our podcast so far? Why did we start this podcast? Anyone, anyone want to elaborate on why we're starting this podcast?
Yeah, I guess I can go first. I was kind of waiting for you to go first, RJ. But initially, this podcast for me at least was just a way of catching up with the boys and then making some memories. But I do hope like we kind of become better at it eventually. We'll get better equipment because right now the way we're doing it is just a three-way phone call that's being recorded. But yeah, like I've told people, like I told other Nepalis about, like we're doing a podcast, and they asked the exact same question. And right now, my answer, like without being cringy, is just, oh, it's like I get to catch up with the boys, and we just get to record it for our future. So that's my reason. What about you guys?
Yeah, I mean, I can add on to that. I think it's the same reason as VJ, honestly. The main reason why I'm involved in it is because number one, we're creating memories for the future, right? And it's whether it's like taking videos, taking pictures, or making these podcast episodes, I think these will all serve as great memories for, the future for ourselves and for our kids and, so on and so forth. And like BJ said, we're all grown up now. We all have busy lives, busy schedule. So by having these podcast meetings, like once in a week, sometimes, once bi-weekly, it gives us a chance to, put everything aside and just catch up, talk to one another, even if it's for 30 minutes, which I really value. And yeah, love it so far.
Yeah, I think it's about the same for me. I would just like build up on what you guys have been saying. It's a nice way to um like stay connected because as you guys know, there was like a period of time where we just didn't talk that much. Like after Ronjak moved away and we kind of lost contact with him, and then with COVID and everything, we stopped like we lost
Talking,
contact with
yeah.
each other, and then now, by doing this, I feel like it gives us like time to like connect with each other, to like get to know what's going on in everyone else's lives and kind of talk about what's going on in our lives.
For sure. And like imagine this, right? Like cuz this is just 2026. Imagine we're into like 2027 and we're like, "Holy shit, we've been doing this for a year, dude." It's going to feel so good.
Yeah,
And I think
it'll
it's going
be
to be
like
really,
something nice. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I think it's going to be amazing just looking back from like in the future, looking back and being like, oh, this is what we were talking about at this point in our lives. And then just seeing how far we've come from like, that point and all. That's honestly one of the main reasons why I'm doing it, guys. So I can look back and from the future and be like, wow, this is where we were at that point in time. And then just seeing like how far we've made it from then.
Yeah,
Definitely.
that's kind of what I was gonna say.
Uh, I mean, here's a question for you guys, right? Because we are in episode 3. Have you guys listened to any of any of the episodes? Because I edit them, and it's a pretty hard listen sometimes.
Nah, bro. I listen to all of them. I mean, I'm super, I'm invested in this, bro.
I know, and you left like 30 comments, and Bishesh left like 2 comments. So what's wrong with that, Bishesh?
I mean, it's exam season, it's a little busy, bro.
We
With
just started. There's no
futsal,
exams.
going on, exams, homework, there's a lot going on.
So here's a little secret for you guys. The last podcast episode was damn near not uploaded. This is how I know you guys don't listen.
Wait, that's crazy because I was literally gonna ask us, like, wait a second, what happened to that last episode? Because you never sent it, bro.
It's edited, but I was gonna edit it a little bit more. Uh, but
Yeah, you're also not posting anything.
no,
Bro, it
I
does
did
not
post the
take
first
one
one.
month to edit a 30-minute episode, bro.
No,
What are
no,
you
no, no,
doing?
no, no. I did post the first one. You know how many? I looked at the analytics. I'm the only one that watched it. So, but don't worry, don't worry. This one posted on time. The second one has already been posted by the time this has been posted. So Good news. Good
Okay,
news for
okay.
our listeners, right? But yeah, overall, like it's pretty hard to listen to these, but it's fun. Um, but any challenges that you guys think like we're kind of facing with doing this?
I feel like a big challenge is definitely like finding time, and finding time when like everyone ha else has time too. That's a big challenge. And then I would say another big challenge would be like our method of like making these podcasts, I guess, because like it's kind of a struggle right now with these phones and recording. If we had better like um what
Quality
should I call this?
or technology, maybe?
Yeah, better like better tech, yeah. Then it would definitely go a long way, I feel like.
Okay.
If there are any mic companies that are listening that want to sponsor our podcast, we'll be more than
It
happy to
might be a
work with
little
you
too early
guys.
for that, but yeah.
Hey, man, you never know.
Yeah, and I just realized I actually have like, because I'm Neta, right? So I have Milwaukee Braves Zoom account, so we have a subscription. So I have all the benefits of workplace. So I guess we could technically do like episodes through Zoom, but those kind of feel like interviews.
Yeah. Yeah.
But maybe that's
We
a
just gotta
that's yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
I was also gonna say another problem we have is trying to keep it engaging and entertaining is a big problem. I feel like we just, yeah, kind of like what you said. It's kind of like we're kind of interviewing right now, and we don't really have like a really
Mhm.
script, which I know we struggle with and are
Definitely,
struggling with.
definitely.
But that's gonna come with more experience and time. So I think we'll get better as go get further along in our podcast career.
For sure, for sure.
Kind of off topic. Well, not off topic, but not relating to anything that you mentioned, BJ. But
Mm-hmm.
do you guys remember the first ever podcast we made?
Yes.
Not like the first one from, a couple months ago, like the first one we made, like ever.
Was it uh
Yes,
what it was
I do. It was at your house.
right
Yeah,
before you
it was at
moved?
the old house before I
It
moved
was a
to
long time
Florida.
ago, BJ. BJ probably forgot
No, no,
because he didn't
no.
he didn't edit those videos.
Do it was it even on my phone? I don't even remember
I
who had it.
I think I have it saved on my Google Drive, and I'm
Okay.
honestly gonna listen to it tomorrow, bro. I might share it with you guys
All right,
too, and you
bro.
guys can
All
take
right,
a
bro.
listen to because it's been like 5 6 years, man. I want to know what you were talking about back then, and I just want to listen to it since it's been a while.
No,
Yeah, so
definitely.
I mean, it, even that now we see like why we're doing it because we made that video a long time ago, and we can go revisit
Yeah,
and see what we talked about back then.
absolutely.
Exactly.
No, yeah, that's a good point. And I remember we were trying to do it online, and then the commitment issues happened, which I still feel like we're having a little bit of commitment issues, right? Our motto so far is 30 minutes max. We sometimes we go a little over it, but it's usually under an hour. So not bad, but it might get harder because I do want to eventually like get other guests on the podcast, right? So we're gonna have to like kind of clean up ourselves before we can get other people on our podcast. I know. Well, was it you, Ron Jack, that wanted to do a podcast with our parents?
Yeah, I think that would be a
Yeah,
great idea, man.
Oh, that would be so funny.
that would be interesting.
That would be
I think it'd be a
interesting.
great idea to do one with them. I think it'd be a great idea to invite a couple of other people from like our, friend group, our childhood friend group, and just
Hmm.
like for other people too. I think we could have some really genuine and good conversations with a bunch of people.
Yes, and
Yeah.
it'll be amazing. So we got lots of good things planned out for the future. I guess we want to do big interviews. Um, we just have a couple issues, so it's whatever. But do you guys hope to like make like any money from this podcast stuff? Like, what's like the
Like,
ultimate
what's like
goal?
I mean, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I have pretty low expectations about
Oh, that's crazy.
the
That's
monetary
diabolical.
aspect of this podcast.
Oh my god,
Um, but honestly,
horrible.
honestly, the main point and the goal of this is probably what I'm looking for from this podcast is, connecting and staying connected with you guys and
Horrible
just
motives.
having these for memories, because I expect nothing monetary out of this podcast,
Get
like
a load of
not
this
even a
guy.
cent. But
Get a load of this guy.
You
This guy does
stole
not believe in
you
me.
stole the words out of my mouth, man. I was literally gonna say word for word that I have zero expectations for any money
Oh,
thing, and I don't even care, bro. The main reason, honestly, is for
hell
memories,
no.
dude. It's 110% for memories, bro.
yeah,
Oh,
I don't know what BJ's expecting, but we ain't making
uh,
money out of this.
this is. You guys are get. Oh hell no. And
Wait,
see,
what is your expectation, BJ? Let's get that clear
Yeah,
real
what is
quick.
your expectation?
dude, my
Like six
expectations.
figures, seven figures, eight figures. What you thinking?
I'm thinking like episode, 300. We'll probably, we'll get a good listener. Listen, we'll get people listening to us. Maybe we'll go from just making content from podcasts to having a couple IRL vlogs. I got a couple clips in my back pocket. That can
Yeah, I
always be
think
dropped.
the harder part, like the most difficult part of all this is just finding like the right audience. Um, but again, I think that also takes time and a lot of more episodes where people know that we're committed to this and it's like a regular thing instead of just it being like a once in a while type of thing. But once we hit the right audience, I think that's when the viewership also increases too.
I like that you brought up audience. So who would be our audience? Because I guess we like for us, since it's such like just a three friends topic, like catching up and like we're just recording that, like, but we're also trying to be a podcasters, right?
Honestly,
So
I think it's just anyone. I feel like, I mean, yes, I guess it would be more leaning towards like Nepali audiences, but I feel like it could be just about anyone, because I mean, we're not just talking about Nepali related topics. Where I don't know what exactly we're gonna talk about in the future, but I'm sure like Americans and other people will also relate to our topics.
Yeah, I agree. I think there's a lot of stuff that we talk about that anyone can relate to. But if I had to choose like a niche group or one group in particular, I would say it would definitely be like just like immigrant people, whether it's like people that moved to the States, at a young age and they grew up here in a new community. Um, I think they would be able to relate to us the most. But again, I think our conversations are so diverse that anyone can really relate to
mm,
anything that we're talking about.
mm. I mean, yeah, you guys are. I guess you guys have a different viewpoint on audience than me. I always thought since like day one that we were really catering to just like Nepali Americans. But now that I think about it, probably should change my mindset to immigrants as whole. And like, I guess that kind of makes sense, right?
Yeah, I agree, man. I think as an immigrant, regardless of whether you're, from Nepal, or from anywhere else, I feel like, everyone has the core goal is the same. It's to have a better life here, it's to find your American dream and to chase that. So I think tailoring it to like a general immigrant group, I think would probably be a good idea.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So do you guys think like what do you think like gives us so much like diversity that people would want to like listen to us? Like what like who are we to like have people listening to us if you guys believe like we're gonna get a good amount of audience?
I think for me, again, the main thing again with this whole podcast thing is to make memories for ourselves is the main thing. But in terms of like having interest from
Having
other
it.
people, I mean, if I was like like if I'm looking from a third person perspective, and if I ran into a podcast where there's three dudes just talking about their lives and journeys and all that, I 100% listen to it because I think it's very interesting. Since we all have diverse experiences, we're all doing different things in life. We've known each
Mm-hmm.
other for like more than a decade, so we have so many different memories, so many different experiences from all these different things, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I found a podcast where it was three people just talking about their life, their journey, and
Mm,
all that, I would be super intrigued and I would listen to it. So I
all
think
right,
there's definitely a group of people that would.
that's yeah. Bishesh, you too then, or you got a different mindset?
Mm, yeah, I mean, I don't think we'll have that big of an audience, but I'm
Hey
guessing most
man,
of the people
Get
that
a load of
listen
this
positive
to.
guy,
energy,
bro.
bro.
Get a
What's up
load
with
of
the
this
negative
guy.
energy, bro?
You just got clipped, and you don't even know it. You just got clipped right here.
Positive energy, man.
Yep, you just got clipped.
Bro, that's fine, bro. That's fine.
When we get 1,000 views, right? I'm gonna be like, get a load of this guy. But no, that's fair. I guess like we're kind of near the end of our time. Again, like as you guys, the listeners, can tell, we aren't following a script, which makes it really hard for us to kind of come up with stuff on the spot. So some things, I guess we could talk about how we can make the podcast better. What are we gonna do on our side, right? So couple things that we talked about. Equipment that's gonna have to wait. You know, we got some ideas, but we're gonna wait on that until we decide like it's that serious. But what are some other things? I know Ranjak, you were saying a couple things. Bishesh, you were saying a couple things before we started the podcast.
Yeah, I think for me personally, I'm gonna make some sort of like Google Drive or shared document where we can, jot down ideas, plan for the future, so then we have like, actual ideas instead of just thinking of something on the spot. I think that's also gonna help us organize our thoughts, and by making some sort of basic script, it'll make everything flow better too.
Mm, okay. Bishesh, any ideas?
Let's see. I mean, I think our main problem is the script
Okay.
or the lack of,
Would you want it
because
like
we,
all
we we don't really have a
scripted?
direction. What?
Would you want it all scripted, or would you want like
Well, not
prompts?
all script, but we need topics and
Okay.
what we're gonna talk about during each episode. But I also feel like it would be a good idea to, we gotta like learn to make it a little entertaining and a
Mm.
little energetic, I guess.
Definitely, definitely. And that's actually I was about to bring that up, right? As you guys may have like been noticing when let's say Bishesh is saying something like, "Oh, he doesn't believe in the podcast" or whatever, I'll try to throw in some side comments, right? So that way it doesn't feel like an interview. Because if I ask a question, he's the only one speaking, but like I guess me and Ranjak are quiet or something like that, then it's more like I get it, but we can't always have that. So I'll try to make a lot of like side comments. I'll try to kind of chip in here and there. So I think we do need more of that, where we're just really getting involved because
Yep.
like you guys will notice like the moment I end this podcast, we're gonna be talking like what like we just have a different vibe. Like it's crazy. But I think we're very conscious that we're being recorded, so we go about it a certain way. So that's
Yeah,
something
and
we
I feel
can.
like that's just gonna come with
Mhm.
experience. That's something
Okay.
that'll just like, as we
Yeah, I
continue
agree.
going on, I feel like we'll get better and start, with experience, it will just come naturally.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense. I know. I know. I don't really listen to podcasts, so I don't really know like what other things. So maybe that's something the comments. Like maybe that's something you guys can provide to us. But what do you guys want to have like?
If we have comments, bro. If we have
All
comments.
right. Are you saying the video
All
won't
right,
get
bro.
uploaded?
What is
All
up
right,
with the
bro.
negative energy again,
What is
bro?
up with the negative energy? Like this is says he doesn't believe in us. This is episode 3. We might need to kick a third co-host out. God, we need positivity.
We'll see.
Wait,
We'll
okay,
see. I
I got.
mean, we could have an audience, but we
Okay.
got to keep expectations low, bro.
Now we could, bro. We will. We
Bro, we
will.
already got 3
Bro,
audience right
RJ,
here.
you were agreeing with me like 5 minutes ago. You agreed that we expect no monetary
I'm
Gains.
not. I'm not expecting monetary gains, but I
Yo,
also, expect
matter
certain.
of fact, Milwaukee Boulevard wants to sponsor us. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Ain't
I'm the
no way, bro.
treasurer.
You know
I'm the
that's
Hey,
fake.
put him on
treasurer.
the
I'm the
spot, bro. Put him on the
treasurer.
spot.
Who's gonna stop me? I'm the treasurer.
Bro, we got the Mr. Nitha on here, bro. He can
Yes,
do
bro.
anything.
I am the treasure, bro. Like, what do we talk about? I'll sponsor myself. Damn. I'm kidding, guys. I would never do that. Would never ever do that. Um,
Yes.
but I I guess we can kind of wrap this up unless you guys have a couple things you want to say.
I mean, just one last conversation, and then I think that'll be enough time for today. But I know we talked about energy a lot, right? Or like positive vibes and all that. What are you guys' thoughts on like manifestations and just like positive energy and all? Do you guys believe in that kind of stuff, or do you guys not believe in it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, I feel like that's that's a great. I feel like it does. It builds. I mean, I feel like if one of us brings the energy, it will sort of just like be contagious, and we'll all slowly build upon that, and I feel like that energy. If we just need one of us to bring energy, is what I'm trying to say.
bro, what? I
I
have
agree,
been bringing in the energy. You bums have not been bringing in any energy.
bro. I got so much
Bro,
energy.
not, bro. Your energy is nothing, bro.
See, bro. See. This is negativity. This is negativity, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with you guys. I'm a big believer in like whatever you put out in the world, it ends up happening. I think my mom really emphasized that a lot, especially at the start of school. Feel like I used to complain to her a lot, and then she used to be like, regardless of how
Bro, who doesn't
difficult or
complain,
whatever is
bro?
happening, you just gotta like be positive about it. So nowadays, I'm just positive about everything, bro. I wake up and I'm just super
Bro,
positive,
hell
and then,
no, bro.
Oh,
Negativity brings greatness, bro.
what?
bro, what are you saying,
What is
dog?
it? All
Okay,
right,
maybe
bro.
this should be a separate topic for another podcast,
I
but
definitely. I
I
think
would love
you.
to talk about it more.
I would love to talk about it more. Maybe on the fourth one, we'll see. But kind of like my kind of add on to this is, um, I do think like cause you gotta feel some way, right? Like you wake up, you do stuff, you're gonna feel some way. So why not feel great? Why not feel like the best? Why not feel like undefeatable? Shout out to Connor,
Because
right?
that's not how
Connor McGregor.
life is,
He said
bro.
that, and unfortunately, it is like if you have to feel some way, right? Why not feel the best way? Like, why put yourself down? Why
Exactly, because
not
by
feel like
being
you're the
negative, what
king?
is that going to change? By
Exactly.
being
Why?
negative or by bringing negative energy
Being
into the
negative is
world,
not
what does that
necessarily
change?
a bad thing, bro.
I think
I
there's a
think
you
Sometimes
that
it
can't be
just
depends on how
positive
you
and
look at
everything.
it, bro.
So we definitely got to explore this topic further for sure. Especially because I like it. I like that we have different viewpoints. But there's
sometimes you
definitely
use negativity as fuel, bro.
I yeah, there's that too. There is that. So I guess we
But
can
by
really go into
using
it.
negativity as fuel and putting negative energy out into the world, I think those are two different things that are separated by a different line. I wouldn't, at least I personally would not put those in the same category. Like if someone says
I
something
guess
negative
that's
to you,
true.
you can use that as fuel to be like, oh, you know what? Like I'm gonna like prove you wrong and work hard or like do this and that, right? But at the same time, I'm not saying like, oh, just because something's not going well, like just being like telling the world like, oh, like I hate this or like I suck at this or blah blah. That's what I was referring to when I said like negative energy.
Mm, makes sense.
I
Well,
see.
I think this could be podcast number 4, this topic that we talked about. So
Hey,
if
we'll get the Google Docs started for sure.
yeah, for sure. And I think there's great points. Last thing I guess I want to end off with is a little bit of a milestone that we can make as a group together, right? So let's get 2 milestones from each of us, and they cannot be repeated. So who wants to go first, or I can go first if you guys want me to.
I mean, I can share one milestone and then someone else can share something else and
Okay.
can come back to me. But I think one thing for sure is what is this, episode number 3?
Yeah.
I think by the end of March, definitely making it up to like episode number 8. I think we can
8.
make 5 episodes by the end of March.
Okay, I like that. It was kind of similar to what I was thinking. I was thinking we get to 10. Not end of March,
Okay,
but
no, I
I was
like
just
your
thinking.
idea. Let's do 10. Let's do 10. Yeah.
Oh, you're ambitious. Okay. All right. I guess my milestone would be get one guest. Get one guest within I guess those 10 episodes. I would be content with getting one guest.
I like that. I
One
like that.
guest.
Mhm.
I guess one milestone would just be, just be consistent. I feel like we've been doing a pretty good job at being consistent, but I think we could and then yeah, be more consistent and then communicate better, I think.
Okay. Okay. All right, round 2 of milestones. Should I go first
Um,
or you got it?
yeah, you go first. You got
Oh,
something.
okay. I was going to say I would like us to maybe this is more of a long-term milestone, so I'm not going to put it in this bucket, but maybe figure out a better w- either editing style on how I'm uploading this, better thumbnails, some sort of improvement, right? Because I want to grow, you know.
That's valid. That's valid.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think for I think for me, one of the milestones that I want to do is get that Google Doc started and then plan ahead
Mm,
of time.
okay.
So if we're like planning on making a podcast, for example, next Saturday, by that when the week of by that week of the Wednesday, like we need to have everything figured out. So
Mm-hmm.
having some sort of system where everything like there's some sort of structure, I think that'd be helpful to all of us.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. And the Google Docs we can all pitch in and,
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
put ideas on. Um, yeah.
All right. Last
So
milestone,
that's definitely
James.
something we should work on. Last milestone. I don't know. I
Get
forget
a
which
name.
couple
Get a
years we've
name.
been.
Say get a name.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we got to get a name. I forget that we. I always say this before, but like we don't have a name for this podcast, and I feel like without a name,
Okay.
um, it's not really a podcast unless you have a name.
Do we
So we
want a
got to get a
deadline
name.
on
That's
that?
also another.
Do we want a deadline on
I
that?
don't think we. Well, no, I think that we should have a name by the next podcast so that we can, you
That's
know,
ambitious. Okay. All right.
say it. We can introduce ourselves to our non-existent audience.
Okay. All right. With that being said, thank you guys if you managed to listen to this, if anyone is. If you're my editor, shout out me, I'm the editor, but
So I was gonna say
maybe I'll
you are
get
the
someone.
editor.
Yeah. But if you're the editor, like thank you, we love you. We absolutely adore you.
We
Bro,
Any
I
appreciate you,
absolutely
editor.
despise the editor, bro. Like,
Oh,
I hate him.
Yo, again with the negative energy,
negativity,
bro.
negativity.
Oh my god.
Eventually we're gonna have clips of these spread around. You're gonna see me post it on Facebook. Um, so maybe our parents will see it. It's gonna be good things. Thank you guys for listening. Regardless of whatever platform you could find us at, it'll be on the screen because we don't have a name yet. But yep, thank you guys.
Thank you guys. Appreciate you all.
It was a great episode. We'll see you next time.